What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the MaddenBallerz YouTube channel in our Georgia State Panthers Dynasty. We are on the road in Week 6 to face off against the Alabama Crimson Tide in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Let's go ahead and first look at the team stats here. You can see Georgia State in the bottom half of offensive stats, and they're in the top half of defensive stats. And Alabama is kind of middle of the road both ways. This game is about to get started, so we're going to send it on down to the field to get it going. We're going to highlight Albert Wilson this week as our impact player. Last game he had 8 catches, 167 yards, and 2 touchdowns in the 42-38 win over FCS Midwest. Ronnie Bell on the first play, hands off to Gerald House, right side, back up the middle for 3 yards. That sets up 2nd down and 7. On that 2nd down, Bell in the shotgun. He's going to take the snap. He's going to fake the handoff, read option, back up the middle for 5 yards, and that's going to set up 3rd and short. Bell under center now on 3rd and short. He's going to hand off to House. House is going to fight forward for the 1st down and more. 5 yards in that rushing play, and that will give the Panthers a 1st down. 1st and 10 now for the Panthers. Bell under center. He's going to take the snap, drop back, and he will get sacked in the backfield for an 8-yard loss as the defender came in untouched. 2nd and 18 now. Bell under center, dropping back to pass. He's going to fire, and this one's caught by Albert Wilson, and Wilson has a 15-yard reception, setting up 3rd and short. On 3rd down, Bell under center. He hands off to House. House tries to get the 1st down up the middle, but he's taken down 2 yards short of the 1st down, and that would be a Panthers punt. Alabama takes over. A.J. McCarron on the read option here, up the middle for 8 yards, setting up 2nd and short. On 2nd down, A.J. McCarron's going to fake the handoff. He's going to pass to Harrison Jones, and Jones has that catch in the 1st down for 14 yards. In Panther territory now, Alabama has the ball. Handoff to T.J. Yeldon up the middle for 5 yards. That's going to set up 3rd and 5, which they would not get the 1st down. 4th and 5 now. They're attempting a 54-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up, and it is wide right. No good. And that would be the end of that drive. Later on in the 1st quarter, Alabama has the ball again. A.J. McCarron's going to get sacked on the play for a 7-yard loss, setting up 2nd and 17. McCarron in the shotgun now on 2nd down. He's going to fire across the middle to Cooper, and Amari Cooper has that catch for 14 yards. 3rd and 3 now. McCarron under center. He will fake the handoff. He's going to pass over the middle to Bell, and Bell has that catch and a 1st down. Kenny Bell with a 13-yard reception. 1st and 10 now for the Crimson Tide. McCarron under center. He hands off to T.J. Yeldon, who goes right side, and he will get taken down after a 4-yard rush. That sets up this 3rd and 3 later on the drive. McCarron in the shotgun. Back to pass. He's going to fire T.J. Yeldon in the backfield, and that one's caught, but he's going to lose 2 yards on the play, and that is how the 1st quarter would end. Tied at 0-0. Looks like these two teams are fighting it out as we head to the 2nd quarter. The 2nd quarter will start with a 56-yard field goal attempt by Alabama. The kick is up, and it is good, and Alabama is ahead 3-0 over Georgia State. Georgia State takes over here. Bell in the shotgun. He's going to go on the read option here, and he's going to get sacked behind the line for a 1-yard loss. 3rd and 11 now on this drive. Bell in the shotgun takes the snap, back to pass. He's looking over the middle deep, and this one will be deflected by Jabril Washington, and the Georgia State Panthers would have to punt. After a good return, Alabama takes over in Panther territory. McCarron passes deep here to Norwood, and Norwood has the catch down to the 12-yard line, a 31-yard reception by Kevin Norwood. 3rd and 5 now for Alabama. McCarron in the shotgun, handoff to T.J. Yeldon up the middle, and he's going to gain only 2 yards. That sets up 4th and 3 and a short field goal attempt, which is up, and it is good, and Alabama's ahead now 6-0 over Georgia State. Later on in the second quarter, Georgia State has the ball back. Bell under center. He drops back to pass. He's going to hit Danny Williams on 3rd and 9 for the first down past midfield into Alabama territory, an 18-yard reception. 3rd and 11 again later on this drive. Bell back to pass. He's looking deep, and this one would be deflected by Dion Biel. And that is going to force a punt on 4th and 11 by Georgia State. The punt is up, and they are back to receive this one at the 15. It's off his helmet and right into the hands of the Georgia State special teams player. Georgia State takes over the 20. Handoff to Gerald House up the middle for 4 yards, setting up 2nd and 6 deep in Alabama territory. On that second down, Bell under center. He's going to fake the handoff and get sacked on the play. A 9-yard loss in the sack, setting up 3rd and 15. They would not get the first down, and they would have to attempt a short field goal attempt here, a 41-yarder, and it is wide left, and Alabama takes over here late in the second quarter. McCarron fakes the handoff, and he's going to pass to the sideline here, and just getting 1 foot in bounds is Kevin Norwood. And that's going to set up 2nd and inches here. And McCarron will hand off to Yeldon out of the shotgun. Yeldon's up the middle, past midfield, past the 30, 20, and he has gone into the end zone for a touchdown. And Alabama breaks this game open. As you look here, Georgia State opened this game in the first quarter, only giving up 52 total yards to Alabama. And they have more than doubled that in the second quarter alone here, as Alabama is ahead 13-0, and they have the ball back here later after Georgia State 3 and out. McCarron passes to Jones here down to the 30-yard line, 1st and 10, Alabama. On that first down, McCarron in the shotgun. He's going to take the snap, and he will fire over the middle to Cooper, and Amari Cooper has that catch along with a penalty. Looks like it's going to be a 15-yard face mask. That's going to give it 1st and 10 at the 11 for Alabama. As McCarron comes to the line, takes the snap, drops back to pass. He's going to fire for Norwood, and Kevin Norwood has the first down and a touchdown, and Alabama now is ahead 20-0. As we have a studio update here, Iowa State is on top of Texas 21-14 in the second quarter, and that is how the first half ends. Alabama ahead of Georgia State 20-0.
Glad to have you with us in the studio for the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Reese Davis and David Pollack here, completely locked in on that first half. Alabama's getting the job done. This is one of those games that coaches implore their teams to play to a standard rather than play to the opponent, and so far this team's doing that.
Yeah, you're supposed to compete against perfection instead of competing against, your enemy. And you see coaches that have the ability to get the best out of their players, and for them to come out in situations where they're heavily favored and still win convincingly. And you want to do that. You want to take care of business. You want to get it over as soon as possible. You don't want this to be a nail-biter down the stretch where you're having to get bailed out by something. So good job coming out early, snatching the wind out of them, taking the belief level, and taking care of business.
But at least you're not going to have to see a kicker save the game.
Love kickers. You kick. That's all you do.
That's going to do it at halftime. Just about ready to start the second half.
All right, you finish it up, brother. I'm going to get something in the cafeteria. I'm hungry.
But, look, wait, don't leave until you get my order. Brad Kirk, take the second half. About to begin.
Georgia State will kick off to start the second half, and back at the 4-yard line is Bellew to return this kick. He's got the return here past the 20. He's past the 30. He's cutting it outside here, breaking a couple tackles past midfield. He's got one guy to beat, and he beat him. He's inside the 20, 10. Touchdown, Alabama. But wait, a flag has come in here late, and it's going to be clipping on Alabama. And this one's coming back to about the 27-yard line. McCarron back to pass on 2nd and 10. He hits Falcons, and Falcons is out towards midfield. 1st and 10, Alabama. McCarron comes to the line here under center. Back to pass. He's going to fire to the sideline here, and Bell has this reception pushed out of bounds after an 8-yard gain. 2nd and 2. McCarron in the shotgun here, takes the snap, drops back to pass. He's going to fire pass over the middle to Cooper, and Amari Cooper has the first down for Alabama in Panther territory. 2nd and 10 now. McCarron out of the shotgun, fakes the handoff, and Vogel cannot hang on to this catch. That's going to set up 3rd and 10. McCarron in the shotgun on third down. He takes the snap. He's going to fire deep, and this one's going to be caught, but he was out of bounds. And wait, another flag has come in, and this one's going to be on Georgia State. It's going to be roughing the passer, and that potential fourth down turns into this third and goal now from the 4-yard line. McCarron back to pass, looking for the end zone, firing, and that one's dropped by Jones, and that is going to lead to a short field goal attempt here by Alabama, which is up and good, and Alabama is ahead now 23-0. Georgia State takes over. Bell in the shotgun. He's going to pitch to House, and House is only going to get 1 yard on that option play. Bell under center now on 3rd and 9. He's faking the handoff back to pass. He's going to fire deep here, and Clinton Dix is going to pick this one off for Alabama, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown. Alabama has broken this game wide open, up 30-0 now, as Clinton Dix returned this one for a touchdown. As you look at the replay here, no one ahead of him there, and he gets into the end zone easily, putting Alabama ahead 30-0. Later on in the third quarter, Alabama has the ball back after a 3-and-out by Georgia State. McCarron to pass, and a nice one-handed catch by Amari Cooper for 10 yards. That sets up 2nd and inches. McCarron under center now on 2nd down. Quick pass to Cooper again, and Cooper's going to fight forward down to the 11-yard line, setting up 1st and 10 from the 11. McCarron comes to the line under center, 1st and 10. He hands off to TJ Yellen, cuts it right and into the end zone for a touchdown, and Alabama is pouring it on now, up 37-0 here in the third quarter. Georgia State takes over. Bell's going to hand off to Gerald House up the middle for 7 yards. That'll set up 2nd and 3. Later on in the drive, it's 3rd and 3. Bell under center, dropping back to pass. He's going to fire for Danny Williams on the curl route, and he has the catch for 10 yards and a Georgia State 1st down. 1st and 10 now, Bell under center. He's going to hand off to Gerald House, who's going to try to get the corner, and gets 5 yards on that rushing play, setting up 2nd and 5. 3rd and 9 now in this drive for the Panthers. Handoff, fakes the handoff. Bell fires deep, and Albert Wilson has that catch, but he fumbles it, and Fulton picks it up, and that is how the third quarter ends. Alabama ahead 37-0 as they are en route to a big blowout win over Georgia State. Alabama would start the fourth quarter with a 3-and-out, and Georgia State would take over. Bell in the shotgun back to pass, and he is going to get sacked on the play. An 8-yard loss on the sack, setting up 2nd and 18. 3rd and 18 now on the drive. Bell in the shotgun again. He'll take the snap, drop back, and he will pass this one to Albert Wilson, and Wilson has 9 yards, but not enough for a 1st down, and Georgia State punts. Alabama takes over. McCarron to pass, and that one's deflected by Jamal Ransby, setting up 2nd and 10. This game, however, is all but over here with Alabama up 37-0. McCarron passing to Kenny Bell there for a 1st down on a 9-yard reception. You can see Bell, 4 receptions, 50 yards on the day. McCarron back to pass on 2nd and 10. He's going to hit the corner here, and that's caught by Cyrus Jones, a 10-yard reception, setting up 3rd and inches. McCarron in the shotgun on 3rd down, back to pass. He's going to fire deep for Amari Cooper. Cooper has that catch and yards after it as well. A 29-yard reception down to the 11-yard line. 1st and 10 for Alabama. McCarron in the shotgun. He's going to take this one himself, left side, into the end zone for a touchdown. And Alabama is ahead 44-0 now over Georgia State as you look at the replay here of McCarron taking it in on himself. Last chance for Georgia State to put some points on the board. 3rd and 12, Bell back to pass, and this ball would be deflected down, incomplete. Georgia State would punt, and this game is over here. Alabama's going to take this one. A.J. McCarron, your player of the game, 20 for 31, 262 yards and 2 total touchdowns. And Alabama pours it on against Georgia State. Final score, 44-0. Wasn't really a surprise to Alabama to come out and win this game with such a big victory. Coach Chip Nolan expected this, but hoped for a better game out of his players. Final score again, Alabama 44, Georgia State 0. Taking a look at the stats from today's game, Alabama dominated in every facet of today's game, holding Georgia State to 109 offensive yards, -4 rushing on the day. And taking a look at the players of the game, Albert Wilson, 6 catches, 70 yards. Nate Anthony, 3 tackles and a fumble recovery. Overall, player of the game, A.J. McCarron. And on defense, C.J. Mosley for Alabama. Into the recruiting now, Martin Dahl is ready for a visit, so we're going to go ahead and schedule him during the Louisiana-Monroe game. Denny Lewis is coming in for a visit during the Troy game here. And we're going to move on to Ronald Cantrell, the tackle here. We're going to get him in here during Western Kentucky's game. And then the other tackle, Greg Gould, is going to come in during the Troy game. And we'll schedule those ones. Nothing else really in recruiting this week. Again, Alabama defeats Georgia State 44-0 this week. A big blowout expected from Alabama. Hoping for a better game, Coach Chip Nolan was. And we're going to go ahead and advance the week to Week 7, where we start Sun Belt Conference play against Troy at home. But we have some other news here. We got some players here. Marcus Payne is ready for a visit. Glenn Chandler, Marcus Jackson, Patrick Keys are all in a battle there, and we have some other players that are ready for visits as well. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned for the next episode where we start Sun Belt Conference play against 3-3 Troy at home. Until then, we'll catch you guys in the next episode.